Are you looking for the best multi-process welders? In this video, we will look at some of the 4 best welders on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. WeldPro 200 amp Inverter Multi Process Welder. WeldPro is the American division of Linlong Limited, a leading global organization in the welding industry. They've been impressing welders from Kansas to Shanxi for 20 years. With over 300 experts from every corner of the industry, WeldPro has forged a machine that's as reliable as it is intuitive. The WeldPro 200 amp Inverter Multi-Process Welder removes the guesswork from the finer adjustments required of most MIG/stick devices. And its power capabilities offer TIG welders a fantastic value in a smaller than usual package. Their synergistic technology can fine-tune your wire speed and voltage on the fly without your input. Or, if you'd rather calibrate and dial in your settings, you can tweak the voltage yourself. Unlike many welders I've tested, this one weighs in less than my dog, at 30 pounds. That's way below the average of 40 pounds. That means it's great for those that want to weld on site and need a device that's dependable and easy to carry. WeldPro's IGBT inverter system is what you have to thank for your painless experience of carting the tool out of your truck bed and into your garage. The WeldPro 200 Multi-Process Welder also includes their own version of advanced induction settings. These allow for welds with less splatter and tighter beads, especially at this price. For anyone that's looking for a machine that performs MIG, TIG, and stick welds that are visible, this is crucial. Probably the biggest plus of this WeldPro device is right there in the name, 200 amp. The welder pushes all the power you'll need for MIG with spool gun ability. The device features a spool on the inside compartment. The setup is very simple, one of the easiest I've used. Also, I found the lift TIG features to be up there with machines that specialized in TIG. I like that it can TIG with DC power, too. That means you'll have enough settings and charge at your disposal to weld dissimilar materials or braze metals. The WeldPro 200 amp Inverter Multi-Process Welder ships with a range of well-made extras. You get a MIG torch with 10 feet of cable, a TIG torch with 13 feet of hose, electrode holder, earth clamps, gas hoses, face mask, and power adapter for 110 and 220 V power. I really enjoyed my time with this machine and think it serves as the perfect middle ground for both experts and beginners. You'll have everything you need here to weld today and won't need to buy anything other than maybe a TIG pedal. At number 2. ESAB EMP215IC Dual Voltage MIG. ESAB is a juggernaut in the welding industry. They've been around since 1904. That's the same year their founder, Oskar Kjellberg, invented the first coated welding electrode. Since then, ESAB has led the industry with both new technology and better procedures and safety systems to not only improve the work life of welders around the globe but help them get home safe. The ESAB EMP215IC, also known as the Rebel, is an all-in-one welding device that supports both 120V and 230V voltages. The dual voltage enables the welding machine to adapt its power output to every situation you come across, be it MIG, TIG, flux core, or stick. The best thing about this package is that it comes with everything you need to weld any of the multi-process types I mentioned. This is the ESAB way, and it separates them from other products on my list as they only give you the MIG handle and hoses. With this welder you get a power pigtail, a gas hose, a pack of ESAB wire, earth ground clamps and cable, gas flow regulator, stick electrode pack and holder, TIG torch with the nozzles and tungstens needed to use it, MIG gun with wire hole fittings. These are quality ESAB parts with chemical-resistant coatings and should last you years. The EMP215IC Multi-Process Welder features an LCD screen with smart control features. This means it can pre-calculate your gas ratios and power settings based on the inputs you set with the rubberized dials. There's even a feature where you dial in the thickness of your material and it quickly sets the voltages for you. The inside of the Rebel can hold up to 12 pounds of wire. The aluminum drive roll isn't the easiest I've used, but that's only because it has more settings than other welders on my list. ESAB builds their welders with professionals in mind, so the added features will be a plus to some of you. As far as the welding goes, the ESAB performs very well. The smart control system covers a lot of your math and finicky settings. But for those that like to do it themselves, there are manual inputs. I like that the TIG mode has upslope and downslope so your settings don't have to be exact. At number 3. Forney Easy Weld 140 Multi Process Welder. Forney Industries hails from Fort Collins, Colorado. They're an American company with over 80 years of dedication and experience in the welding industry. They began by selling the first commercially available arc welder. Today, they sell thousands of products, including abrasives, shop tools, and personal protective equipment, like welding goggles and jackets. Their dedicated following on the West Coast inspired me to try out their Forney Easy Weld 140 multi-process welder. As a multi-process machine, it can weld MIG, TIG, and stick. This is a 120V and 20A machine, meaning it's not capable of plugging into or running from a 220V power supply. Unfortunately, the Forney doesn't include an LCD screen or voltage and air mixture software. You must do your own calculations to achieve a proper arc. For newcomers worried about flubbing their numbers, the welder provides a chart on the back of the spool housing door. I like the wire feeding in the Easy Weld. Within less than a minute, you'll have a new spool set up and ready to use. With their wire feed system, you can change the rate of pull easily and on the fly. I can tell that Forney dedicated their efforts to beginners. For example, their quick switch toggle swaps from MIG to stick in seconds. From the moment you unbox the device, this multi-process welder ships with everything you'll need to weld MIG and stick. You get a 10-foot MIG gun, 8-foot electrode holder, 8-foot ground clamp, and a voltage adapter for 20A and 15A Forney encased their metal handle in a plastic torch wrap so you can easily carry the device with one hand. Coming in at 38 pounds, the welding machine is ideal for quick construction jobs, shop repairs, and hobbyists. The metal casing and durable knobs and other working parts won't break or smash easily, so tying it to the back of your truck is doable. I recommend this product for those that desire fast welds with common shop materials. Because of the 130V limitation, those with large shops or at-home setups that can handle higher amperages should look at a different product on my list. At number 4. Lotus LTPDC 2000D 3-in-1 Welder. This welder boasts 200A MIG welding and 200A TIG welding. Plus, it ships with a third function as a plasma cutter. I like the combination of MIG and plasma cutter because TIG is the hardest and most costly form of welding in these devices. Plasma cutter potential opens the door for many at-home welders and professionals who'd likely never use a TIG setup. With dual voltages at 110V and 220V, you can use this in your garage or with a beefier electrical setup in a shop. I found the machine cuts smoothly and accurately enough with the house power option. But if you try cutting too long or too thick with 110V, you'll pop breakers. The plasma cutter uses non-touch arc pilot technology. That means the torch can cut straight lines through various surfaces without dropping slag all over your shop floor. The touchless technology also adds longevity to your consumables, which you go through much faster than you realize with metal-to-tip plasma cutters. One downside with the Lotus LTPDC 2000D is that you cannot use third-party consumables, nor consumables made for other Lotus welders. You must buy the pieces specifically made for this device. Just have some on hand or order them before you run out and it won't be a problem. The consumables cost around the same amount as the third-party stuff. With this multi-purpose welder you get the power supply, a TIG torch and plasma torch, a stick clamp, ground clamp, air filter regulator for your plasma cutter, and enough consumables to stick, weld and cut for approximately a month. I recommend the Lotus LTPDC 2000D 3-in-1 welder to do-it-yourselfers or those with small shops that need to fit a lot of tool in a cramped space.